Hey, what's up? I've been meaning to make this video for a little while now, but I didn't really know how to say what I need to say. And I'm normally very prepared for my videos and have like an outline, but today I don't think I'm going to do it that way. I just want to talk openly to my phone, I guess. I wanted to talk about my first year transitioning and just to really talk about it without holding back, which I feel like I have held back on my videos, because the last thing I would ever want to convey is that I regret my transition. And that being said, I didn't transition for the life that I have right now. I didn't transition to lose relationships, and I didn't transition to feel shitty about myself, and I didn't transition I didn't transition to feel like this. So I have had some difficulty reconciling the fact that I do feel like this, and I have transitioned. And so yeah, I'm just going to talk about this first year transitioning, and the fact that I had a lot going on this year. I had top surgery, as you know, and it was a difficult recovery. And then I started testosterone, and then I started a new career, and I've been building a career in financial services, which takes a long time to prepare for licenses and certifications and all that banking crap. So that's been a lot of stress. I developed a significant opiate addiction. I turned 30. I got my own apartment and moved out from my parents' house, which was huge, leaving the nest. And I had a hysterectomy. And along the way, I have lost 5 significant relationships from transitioning. So yeah, it's been a hell of a year. And I've been listening to Ani DiFranco a lot. There's a song, Wish I May. It's on To the Teeth. And one of the lines that really resonates with me right now is, this is not who I meant to be. This is not how I meant to feel. I very much feel that right now. Okay, relationships. I lost my therapist. I saw her for 11 years, and that was hard to end that. She didn't support my transition, so it wasn't healthy. And I lost my godparents, and that was very recent. It's been a long time coming, but the final end happened a day after my hysterectomy, so it's been about 6 weeks since that relationship ended, and that my godmothers were my replacement for my mother, so I feel that loss as well. And then I lost 2 friends as well. I don't think it was because of my male identity. I think it's because now that I've transitioned and I stand up for myself and I'm more confident about what I deserve, I don't kowtail to when someone is treating me indecently. So I've called them out on behavior that I thought was inappropriate, and I think that's indirectly as a result of my transition, but not directly. But it's been hard. When I went into surgery, I was acutely aware of the relationships and the support I don't have. So that's been something I've been struggling with, and I still do. And then I kind of casually mentioned that I have an opiate addiction, so I should talk about that a little bit further. I have always had a script from pain pills because of my painful periods. After top surgery, I was on pain pills for quite some time, for nearly 6 weeks, or more than 6 weeks maybe, and definitely became habitual. And then I started this new career, and I'm making more money now than I've ever made, so now I could afford to be a drug addict and could afford a $30 pill of OxyContin, you know. And so I always had a script, and I always had money to buy drugs off the street, and I always had a feeling of inherent anxiety when dealing with people who aren't trans aware, and just that experience of, can I go to a wedding sober? No, I can't. I couldn't go to a wedding sober. I had to. If I was going to be in a shirt and tie around people who don't recognize me as male, I got high. you know? I mean, it was the only way that I could handle social anxiety and the acute feelings of just inadequacy and being under the microscope and having everything about my life judged and exposed, and felt like people can ask the most inappropriate questions at the dinner table or whatever, right? Like, I just had a lot of anxiety and I didn't know how to handle it in a sober way. So I was unprepared. I was unprepared with how fervent the need would be to check out while transitioning. And I think this is something we should talk about. I think we should talk about transition and addiction and how they go hand in hand. Because, Jesus Christ, I lost my entire life savings this last year, an entire life savings from a drug habit that lasted for a few months. And it's understandable, and I was so ill-prepared. I was so ill-prepared. I didn't know that this would be a consequence of my transition. And I suppose I could have thought about it. You just never know, I guess. But I struggle with sobriety and struggle with working a recovery program. And I was nervous about having pain pills after my hysterectomy. And I would not be comfortable taking my old sobriety date. You know, I didn't use my scripts as prescribed. So it's still a constant struggle for me, but I feel a little bit better about it. At least enough to make this video. So that's where I'm at. I feel this very significant loss in my life. And consequently, I also feel content, you know, and hope for my future, and I do feel hope. I do feel hope. I am also hopeful that some of this shit's gonna be behind me soon, because I'm not really handling it very well, and I don't know how much longer I can be this emotionally fragile, and I need to go back to work. So I kind of need to get back on my A game before I deal with vast amounts of money and am expected to act as a professional, you know. So this year has been a very, very big year for growing up, and I haven't been very graceful in this transition, in this puberty, in this year. I mean, I think sometimes my videos may come across not conveying an accurate image of myself, because my videos are articulate and they're planned, and I don't really have a sheet of paper that has an outline of what it is that I would like to discuss, and I think it could come across that I really have my shit together. But I don't. I have enough of my shit together to know that what it's supposed to look like, you know. So I just thought I would just make this video and just say this is where I'm at in my transition, and I don't apologize for it. I don't feel like I need to defend my decision, and I'm not going to apologize for the fact that I'm not loving my transition at this exact moment in my life. And that being said, I am so thankful that I have done it. I am so thankful, and it's hard. Transition is the hardest thing I've ever done, and I've done some impossible things. I sold door-to-door alarm systems in Cincinnati, Ohio. I lived in South Korea and for 2 years without really speaking to anyone who spoke English outside of my classroom environment. I've done impossible things, and going from a girl to a boy is one of those. So the impossible can be done, and I'm glad that I've taken this step. But sometimes it's really intense, and sometimes I just don't want to make a video that is really talking about what's happening, because I want to convey a positive reflection of my life. And it's not even that I want people to respect me or to think highly of me. That's not it. It's that I do not want to perpetuate spreading negativity in this world. And I'm very aware of my internet persona and how negativity can be spread through through casual discourse, you know, I mean, just super casually, we can just spread negativity, and so I don't engage in that, and as a result, I haven't necessarily been very honest in my video. So this is my honest video about where I'm at right now in my transition, and yeah, that's it, I guess. Okay, guys, talk to you later.